And I think what we've got to do is really open up a dialogue in this country where we're willing to just look at these facts. If somebody wants to come to me and point out that they're wrong, there are a few small errors in the book people have contacted me about. I said somebody went to Yale and he went to Harvard, but nobody has challenged the core, most important facts, the documents that are in there.
That's right. In my film, The Obama Deception, you know, we get busy and we say Richard M. Haas, head of the CFR. It's Richard N. Haas. But the main facts are accurate. And I've done the research, and going through the book, scanning, and everything I see in here is spot on from deep research that I and many others have done. And so you've just put it all together in one place instead of in 10 or 15 books, so people will get it. But in the final equation, and I cut you off earlier, and I want people to finish up with this. You're saying, hey, these people aren't going away. Specifics on that.
Well, first of all, I think it's kind of funny. We like to think that as we do live in a great country, but we're a little bit naive about thinking that it's perfect. And we like to think that in this country, democracy works. In every other country, you know, we talk about banana republics. All these other countries have oligarchies and forces that tend to dominate the political situation. But it's naive to think that doesn't happen in this country. The reason we think it doesn't happen is because you can't talk about it. In a weird way, the press self-censors itself, and so we can't have these conversations. It's just not okay to talk about these things.
Because we're America, and we're the good guys, and don't you say we've got a corrupt oligarchy or a shadow government or an elite. Now they're openly out in the open, setting up a classic tyranny. They've always had the velvet glove on and kind of allowed the common masses to have basic freedoms. But now they are eroding and getting rid of that. I think because of the internet culture, they know that they've lost their illusion that, you know, America's perfect and, you know, only good guys are running it. And so I think we see a massive struggle now coming to a head, and I'm very optimistic that thanks to books like Family of Secrets and films and things that are out there, that we are starting to turn the corner. And I think that's why we see this thrashing by the establishment, threatening everybody in an attempt to create a chilling effect. I mean, we had in the Private Federal Reserve rallies all over the country, and we got the Army document and called the Army, and they confirmed it, and they had the Army anti-terrorism squad watching us at all 38 locations, including Ron Paul in Houston. And I mean, that is third world. That is Nazi Germany. That is Russia. And that's happened to peace groups for a long time, but now it's much wider. And there's the secret police all over the place. We can't let that chill us. We've got to have the courage.
I agree, and I think that there are some exciting opportunities. The internet, all of these things, podcasts and so on. The fact that I can come on here and talk about Family of Secrets. I think all of these things, I think the equation is shifting, and I think people that have traditionally held control, certainly the Bushes, and I go into this to some extent in the book, that the Bushes go way back. The great-grandfather was working for two different branches of the Rockefeller family at the turn of the 19th century. I mean, it's mind-blowing stuff. This continuity of influence and power is absolutely there. We need to talk about these kinds of things. We need to assert ourselves. If we live in a true democracy, we have to be able to do something about that and have a vigorous debate, get the facts out there. Getting the facts out there, that's the first thing.
Well, we're going to have you back on in a few weeks if you'll do it and go through the book in more detail. But folks should get it. Russ Baker, Family of Secrets, just an amazing treatise, and I can't wait to read the whole thing because just everything I scan is just amazing information. The way it puts it all together in a historical perspective and brings us up to current times. Fire out both the websites again for folks.
Yeah, at familyofsecrets.com, information about the book or to contact us. And then our nonprofit investigative reporting site, whowhatwhy.com. whowhatwhy.com. We are hoping that the public will support us. What we eventually want to do is get some thousands of people to support us with a small donation each month, so we get a crack team of investigative reporters there. We are willing to look at any story, folks. Anything out there, we are willing to investigate using classical journalistic techniques,
That's
documenting
exciting.
everything.
Yeah, this is the rise of the true alternative media. And the establishment is moving to try to regulate the web. In fact, it's being reported. YouTube is saying that China has completely blocked YouTube for 2 days. And then they have a huge list of countries that have banned most Western-based sites. And similar things with Internet, too, are now coming in here to end net neutrality and other things. As the New York Times said, gatekeepers in a kindler, gentler, controlled Internet for our own good. All right. Well, again, the book is Family of Secrets. Russ Baker, thanks for being with us.
My pleasure. Thanks, Al.
You bet. We'll be right back with the mass grave. Stay with us.
Hi, this is Ted Anderson. Have you ever wondered why banks, stockbrokers, investment advisors won't talk about gold for your IRA? The financial industry refuses to recognize the value of real hard assets for your retirement. The truth be told, gold and silver has outperformed paper investments like stocks, bonds, and CDs, yet no word about IRAs. Perhaps the financial institutions want to maintain control of your assets by keeping you in paper. If you'd like to take a look at gold for your retirement, call 800-686-2237. Don't get left behind by rising inflation and low return on your paper investments. Call 800-686-2237. Make sure that you secure your future. Call 800-686-2237. That's 1-800-686-2237.